What do you use your intelligence for? We use our intelligence to find quality careers, to educate ourselves. We use our intelligence to pay the bills in our lives, to invest in our careers, in our retirement. And then we also use our intelligence to convince ourselves, to convince the other people that we have no addictions, that we have no compulsive behaviors, we have no negative attributes in our lives that are eating our existence inside out. We use our intelligence to convince ourselves that the little bit of pornography that you watch every single day is only a little bit of pornography and you can stop at any moment. And then we believe that. We believe that lie. We convince ourselves that you can stop drinking at any moment, and then we believe that lie. We convince ourselves that you can start going to the gym, you can commit to your physical and mental health at any moment. So suddenly, all of our problems, all of the sources that are essentially sources of distraction, sources of procrastination, become nothing, become empty, because of the power of this intelligence, because of the fact that through our ability to convince, through our intelligence, we can convince ourselves, we can outsmart ourselves out of our problems. And you can do this with your therapy sessions, you can do this with your coaches, with your mentors, with your teachers, with your loved ones, with your husbands and wives. But the truth is, man, look inside the mirror. You're lying to yourself. You can even do this to your kids. You can tell your kids that the amount of cigarettes you're smoking every single day is meaningless. You can stop smoking at any moment if you really wanted to. And then 55 years go by, and you're still that same person. You are still that same liar. And it doesn't matter if you lie to your kid. What matters is that you've been lying to yourself for 55 years. And that is a shame, especially for the masculine. A man is full of mistakes, but a man who lies to himself for a lifelong, that is an absolute disgrace. A man who's not able to look at his own flaws, despite the fact that every single person around you, your wife, your friends, all of your partners and colleagues, your children, all of your relationships around you are a mirror image of where in life you need to focus on. And if you continue to lie to yourself, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are doing all of your relationships a disservice. And unfortunately in life there is nothing greater, there's nothing present beyond the beauty of our relationships. So if you struggle to save yourself for your own self-love, you must save yourself for the love you have for other people in your life. It almost doesn't matter how you get to the top of the mountain. What matters is that you get there. I don't care if you run, if you walk, if you crawl, if you carve your own trail, or if you walk somebody else's path, if you take the back alley, or if you quit hundreds of times and restart all over again. As long as you reach the top, you have arrived. This is not a race. It's not a challenge. There's no winning or losing. Yet, the only person who is a loser is the person who does not engage on this journey, who refuses to go on the journey. That intelligence, that source of intelligence that we feel is so powerful that can convince you and me and everyone else around us that none of your problems are real problems compared to other drug addicts or other people that you've met along the way. That is not the intelligence of your mind. That is unfortunately our ego. It is your ego who's making you say this. It is your ego who's wanting you badly to refuse, to not surrender. That is the ego. And you must recognize that. You must recognize that if you've been denying your own problems at any moment in your life, despite what anyone else has been telling you, all your loved ones have been telling you, that denial is not the intelligence of your brain convincing you that you're right. Unfortunately, that is your ego convincing you that you're right. And the more you listen, the farther away you get from your own truth, the farther away you get from the journey of self-discovery, farther away you get from self-love. And the deeper you go, the weaker you get in the journey of addictions. As sad as it might sound, there's no one on the face of this earth that can help an addict but the addict, him or herself. No one. The journey of an addict is the journey of spiritual growth. It's just the journey of self-discovery. It is not a journey of shame. It is not a journey of guilt, regret. It is not a journey of denial. It is a gift. An addiction is a gift that's been given to you to find absolute freedom. An addiction is a key. It's as if there are thousands of doors, and all you need to do is find the right door with this key. And those who recover are the ones who are able to find the right door, because they allow themselves to go on the search, the journey of consistent searching the soul, and permission, consistent permission to be wrong, to fail over and over and over again. And those who look at the thousands of doors and they feel overwhelmed and they're never willing to start that journey, unfortunately lose the game to addiction. So let go of the shame, let go of the ego. You know when you look at yourself in the mirror where the problem is. And start the journey of growth, only one step at a time. May the odds be with you, my friends.